Hey, it's Wednesday, October 2nd, and we are making great strides. This is all done completely, and drawers are quite nice, man, I gotta say. Got our garbage in there. I still gotta make some lids here, or lid for the garbage anyway, not the recycled. I should file that a little bit more. We got this wall done completely. This went easier than I expected. We ended up removing the cabinets from the wall, and it made it real easy. I was real concerned that we were going to break these marble little bullnose tile pieces, and it ended up coming out better than originally was. My burglar alarm wire used to go through a little bit further away from the edge over there and protruded through the cabinet, which we kind of puttied up with some white stuff back there. It was a pretty bad scar back there. So we put a groove in the back of the cabinet, and I spliced it a new piece of wire and super glued it and reconnected it. This time I left a little slack there just in case. So that just needs a touch up on the paint, and it's fabulous, right? Now we moved on to this. I'm just kind of arbitrarily going from left to right here. It's either left to right or right to left, right? We're gonna put a single strip of new mica across the whole top up to the corner. And I'm kind of hemming and hawing on how I'm gonna do this. I think I might run this piece, these two pieces, apply them first because the seam is a little bit difficult to get to line up. And the guy was a real good craftsman that put this kitchen together. And right now I'm working on this cabinet. I'm gonna remove this cabinet. I wasn't planning on removing any of them. But this one's got some special concerns. We had can openers or coffee pots or something installed here over the years, then got away from it. And over time, moisture has gotten up in the holes. And I don't know if it shows up, but this is swollen here a little bit. And with the strip edge, which I just removed, you could see the swelling very evident. So what we're gonna do, Barbara just gave me a great idea to replace the mic on the bottom, which I had thought about, but talked myself out of because this piece of mica goes above the tile on the backsplash, but we can remove the cabinet like we did on the other side. So I think that's gonna be a winning formula. We're gonna replace the mica on the bottom, and I'm gonna put a piece of white Formica on the top. It'll cover these holes, and you'll most likely never be able to see the swelling. I guess I could actually sand down that swell with the belt sander, but I don't know if I will or not. And right now, so I'm just using lacquer thinner, and be better to start from the top on this, but you can see these things will pop loose pretty easily. And sometimes if I take my lacquer thinner in that little squirt bottle, that squirt bottle really changed my life here because it really works good. Oh, I gotta put a cut here. This stupid house has got a thing with peeling paint, so I gotta cut all that. But with this little bottle, you can very carefully dispense like a drop at a time, and one little drop and it really instantly just de-glues. So this is a little swollen there too, isn't it? When we get the microwave out, I'll get a better look at that. Hey, it's Thursday, September 3rd, and we really kicked some butt today, man. It doesn't look like much, but it just takes so long, man. We got the cabinet boxes are done in the whole kitchen now. We've cleaned out all the inside. You wipe these things down with lacquer thinner, they look like they're brand new again. All the faces are recovered. All the edges are filed. We're done. We're not going to do the sides of these because it doesn't matter. The refrigerator hides that. And over here, same thing. We got a crap load of doors and drawers to do, but the cabinets are done, and that's a wonderful thing. I'm going to be getting some probably almond colored caulk, and I want to seal up here because the refrigerator was leaking a little bit, something about icing up, whatever. And over time, this has gotten a little swollen right there at the bottom edge. And same with that one, just a tiny bit. I mean, the cabinet's still fine. I'm just bummed out that that was never sealed from the original builder, and I never thought about it. But I'm gonna seal all that up really good, so if we do get another spill, it's not gonna seep into the cabinets. And also the bottom edge of those toe kick tiles right there, that's not sealed either. The tiles are just sitting on there. So I'm gonna clean that up and do my best to prevent future problems. But anyway, I'm really stoked. It's come a long way. These seams came out great here. These are a little tough, but I mean, hey, that one really came out great. Still a little bit of glue I got to scrape out there. Bottom one's got a little bit of a gap right there that I can catch with my fingernail, but I've got the it's bonded good. I got this stuff. You can buy the matching caulk based on the color of the tiles. The Formica Wilson Art brand high pressure laminate. So this is supposed to match exactly. It was about $10 for that tube, which is a little high. I've got this stuff that I've had in the garage, Dynaflex Ultra, and this is dark, or it's just called brown. And I put that on this top edge right here because there's about an 1/8 of an inch gap between the cabinet up there, and I didn't, we had this cabinet removed when we did all the mica work on it to make it easier. So there was no way I was going to be able to replace the Formica and have the right little edge at the top to cover that gap. So I just filled it with caulk, and you can't even tell the difference between the color of that caulking and our high pressure laminate. So this is probably a lot cheaper. I mean, I already got the Wilson Art stuff, so I'm going to use it someplace. Use it in that crack down there, I guess. Hey, it's Friday, October 4th. What time is it? 2 o'clock. And we're getting started here. Little woman wants this shelf removed out of this cabinet. We're going to try to do it. I can see 3 screw heads on this side, but this side is covered with Formica. So I grabbed myself a magnet. I just found one of them. I'm going to mark that with a pen. All right. Now we're going to see if we can find the other one here. Right there. Okay. Right there. And that should be all of them. Because on the other side, there's 3 screws with that same spacing. Yeah, that would be all of them. Pretty good. All right, just took a punch and a hammer. 1, 2, 3. Now hopefully there's no glue on that shelf, and it is now loose. How about that? Easy peasy. I think we need to clean out down there. Well, you know it's attached in the back. Okay, we're gonna have to detach this. It's probably staples, but it could be screws. Let's find out. We can use our magnet. Something right there in the middle. There. Okay, probably just, I got nothing I can get down in there. My Dremel would work. Okay, it was just staples like I thought. So we can either just rip these out or cut them. There's a tiny bit of space to the wall. If I cut them flush, maybe I can push them in there with a little pick and then just patch the holes up. Let's try that. All right, so we pushed the staples back in the space behind the cabinet. And now we're going to, and I took a razor blade and cut the deformed masonite. And it looks like I should have cut that little thing off right there too. Now we're going to use seam fill special D354. This is the white stuff. And we're going to smear it in there with a putty knife. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be white. And it'll look a lot better than it does now. All right, man, we plugged the 3 holes on each side and gooped up those staple holes, which I think I'll wait a day and let that fully cure because it's really thick in the center of each of those holes. And I can lightly sand that with some fine paper and give it a little bit more, or maybe I'll just forget it because it's just the back of a cabinet. I'm never gonna see it anyway. Hey, it's Monday, October 7th, and the countertop guys are here trimming the countertop to size, and they're rounding off the edges. We're getting really close. What else? Show our progress here. We got these top cabinets are done. These doors are already made. I just have to put the hinges on and install them. And these doors are made, and I just have to put the hinges on and install those. I still have to make the drawers. And we've got these 2 drawer panels left that need mica that we don't have. We're gonna have to buy a whole new sheet for about 80 bucks of mica just for those 2 drawers. That's all we've got left, and that's just a little bit too short, unfortunately.